My name is Emily Carter,
I'm 32.
and I manage marketing for a tech startup in Boulder, Colorado. For as long as I can remember, family meant everything to me, the rock I leaned on, the safety net that caught me when life got rough. But standing in my parents' cozy ranch-style home in the foothills, listening to Mom gush about my sister's latest win, I felt that foundation crack. Victoria finally snagged that dream ranch, she said, her eyes lighting up like she'd won the lottery herself. The room turned to me, waiting for my reaction. I forced a smile, but inside, a storm raged. They had no clue about the hurt they'd piled on me over the years, or the plan I'd been nursing in silence. They saw me as the steady one, the reliable daughter who never quite shone. But soon, they'd see the truth. The Carters were a classic Western family, rooted in the wide-open spaces of Colorado.
Dad.
Jack, with his weathered face from years running a small construction firm, carried himself like a man who'd built his world from scratch. Mom, Sarah, always in jeans and boots, her hands calloused from gardening, but her smile reserved for those she deemed worthy. And Victoria, my little sister by 3 years, with her effortless charm and Instagram-perfect life as a wellness influencer.
Me?
I was Emily, the one grinding through long hours, living in a simple condo while Victoria chased sunsets in Sedona for her feed. I'd scrimped and saved, while she flashed luxury gear sponsored by brands. Growing up, the favoritism stung in small ways. A new horse for Victoria's riding lessons, while I mucked stalls at the local stable. As adults, it widened into a gulf. Emily, could you spot your sister for that down payment? Dad asked casually 2 years back, like it was no big deal. She's eyeing this cute cabin in Aspen. That spot was $30,000, my entire emergency fund, built from skipping weekends out and packing lunches. I paused, heart sinking. Mom jumped in. Vic would bend over backward for you. The guilt twisted like a knife. I wired the money. She never repaid it. The cabin flipped after a year when it didn't match her vibe. Then came Victoria's engagement to Chase Reynolds, a slick real estate developer with deals that always sounded too good. Wedding fever hit hard. Every call, every barbecue revolved around it. Emily, Vic needs a hand with her dress. Mom phoned one night as I burned midnight oil on a pitch. Financial hand? I asked, dread pooling. $15,000 over budget. My stomach dropped. That's more than my car payment times 10, I thought. But the pressure built, family first, right? I dipped into savings meant for my own dreams, like starting a side hustle in custom Western decor. Thanks.
Sis.
Clinking glasses, her text read. The dress? Worn once. Boxed up fancy. Inside. Doubts gnawed. Why was I always the giver? My mind raced with memories, family trips where Victoria got the window seat, promotions I earned dismissed as luck. At a summer cookout in 2022, I shared my missed raise. Mom shrugged. Maybe if you networked like Vic. Honey, she's got that spark. It hurt. A deep ache of being unseen. Later, Victoria posted, mentoring my big sis on career hacks. Boss babe. Lies. She'd begged me for resume tips. When I called her out, texts flew. Chill.
Eminência.
It's just content. Get over yourself. Showing Mom? You're overreacting. Vic's building something real. By fall, they'd moved into a swanky loft in Denver.
Partly funded by our parents.
At Thanksgiving, I showed up with pie to find dinner half-eaten. We started early for Vic's collab shoot, Mom said.
Excluded again.
That night, Alone in my condo. Tears burned. Why chase their approval? My inner voice whispered, build your own path. The next day, I launched Rocky Ridge Designs LLC, handcrafted home pieces inspired by the West, like woven blankets and carved wood signs. I poured everything in: website, suppliers, inventory after work. No family mentions. This was mine. 6 months on. Profits rolled. I expanded, hired help, licensed designs to chains. Royalties beat my salary. By late 2023, my portfolio hit $500,000, investments in local eateries.
Stocks.
I kept it secret, dodging calls about Victoria's triumphs. Freedom tasted sweet, but resentment simmered. Why hide my wins? December 18th, 2023. Shattered it all. We gathered at a lodge in Vail for Grandma Carter's estate reading. She'd been my anchor, valuing my grit. She'd promised me $25,000 for my dreams. The lawyer, Mr. Harlan, outlined bequests. Then Mom interrupted. Vic has news. Victoria flashed a bigger ring. We're buying an Eagle Ridge, exclusive spot. Cheers erupted.
But how?
Mom beamed. We're redirecting Emily's inheritance share to help with the down. Makes sense for their growing family. Air vanished from my lungs. What? I whispered. You're stable with your job, Mom said. Grandma wanted family harmony. But her will named me clearly. Colorado law required executor fidelity. Dad avoided my eyes. Victoria smirked. Others shifted uncomfortably. Inside, rage and grief warred. This wasn't cash, it was Grandma's faith in me. Stolen. I fled to my parents' home, confronting Mom in the kitchen. That was her wish for me. She sighed. Don't be selfish.
Eminencia.
Vic needs it more. The dismissal crushed. I'm your daughter too. My mind screamed. But I left, vowing change. Back in Boulder, I accelerated Rocky Ridge. A magazine feature exploded orders. I invested in a farm-to-table spot, turning it hot. Net worth climbed to $2.3 million. Townhouse bought. Life rebuilt. Family? Oblivious. Calling only for Victoria updates. Her influence soared. Chase's deals expanded suspiciously. The Eagle Ridge home sealed with my money. I could have stayed hidden, but an email from Chase pushed. Need advice on a deal, family discount. No more. The email from Chase sat like a bomb in my inbox. But it was the catalyst I needed. My mind churned with what-ifs. What if I confronted them quietly? What if they apologized? But deep down, I knew apologies weren't in their playbook. The hurt ran too deep. A constant inner battle between loyalty and self-worth. Why did I crave their validation when they'd never given it? I hired a lawyer, Catherine Mills, sharp as a tack in Denver's legal scene. This inheritance redirection? Potential breach of fiduciary duty under Colorado probate law, she said. We can sue for recovery plus damages. But it wasn't just money. Victoria's post stole my early designs, passing them as hers, violating copyright. Chase's deals. Shady flips that smelled of fraud, dodging taxes. As I pored over evidence, bank wires, texts, Grandma's will, guilt gnawed. Was I destroying family for revenge?
No.
My inner voice countered. You're claiming justice. Still. Emotions surged, betrayal's sting, loneliness's ache. I reduced family contact, focusing on Rocky Ridge. A second store in Aspen?
Done.
Investments diversified. Yet nights brought doubts. Am I becoming like them? Cold? The housewarming invite arrived in May 2024, Eagle Ridge Mansion, Lavish. Victoria's note. Doubt you'll trek out. But Mom said invite all. Casual vibes. Condescension fueled fire. This was the stage. Handle it my way, I told Catherine. Then file. She warned. This ends ties. I nodded. They ended them first. Preparations consumed me. Catherine compiled dossiers. Inheritance docs showing executor abuse. Parents as co-executors had discretion, but not to ignore named beneficiaries per state law. Victoria's IP theft, my prototypes versus her posts. Chase's schemes, witness statements on misrepresented property values. I bought a sleek dress, emerald, fitting my curves without show, had pros do hair, makeup. Inside, turmoil, excitement mixed with sorrow. What if they see me now? June 12th dawned crisp. Rockies gleaming. I arrived in a rented SUV. Heart pounding. The mansion sprawled, stone facade. Views to forever. Laughter spilled out. I texted Catherine. Ready. Stepping in. Champagne flutes clinked. Parents by the bar. Victoria center stage in designer denim. Chase schmoozing investors. No one noticed me at first. Then Mom's eyes widened at my polish. Emily, you came. Air kisses. Vic's taste is impeccable. She knows how to take what's not hers, I muttered. Dad frowned. Everything okay? I have something to share, I said louder. Moving to the media setup screen for Chase's pitch.
Vitória blocked. In.
Program set. I sidestepped. Linking my tablet. Screen lit. Unveiling the Carter truth. Murmurs. Dad. Not here. Perfect here, I replied. Voice steady despite inner quake.
Why now?
Because hiding hurts more. First slide. Will excerpt naming me. Versus. Transfer to them. Fraudulent redirection. Breach of duty. Colorado law demands fidelity.
Gasps.
Inner doubt. Am I monster?
No.
Truth heals. Next, text compilation. Victoria's barbs. Parents' dismissals. Emotional manipulation. Years of it. Made me doubt my worth. Mom flushed. Stop embarrassing us. You embarrass me daily. Then Chase's deals. Records of inflated appraisals.
Idonia.
Suspected real estate fraud. Victims here? Check your investments. Chaos. Shouts. Phones out. Chase paled. Lies. Victoria. Jealousy. Last. Her posts versus. My copyrights. Theft under federal law. FTC undisclosed ads too. Room erupted. Aunt Clara. I questioned that while reading. Mom lunged. How dare you? Tears welled in me. How dare you steal Grandma's wish? Treat me like nothing? Dad. Private.
Eminência.
Public now, your choice. Turning to crowd. I'm Emily Carter. Rocky Ridge Design CEO. Valued at $5 million. Restaurant stakes. Investments, all mine. Despite you. Shock rippled.
Parents recalculated. Victoria Gapf.
Lawsuits filed tomorrow. Inheritance recovery. IP theft. Fraud. Chase advanced. You'll ruin us. You did. Mom sobbed. We're family. Pain pierced. Family doesn't destroy one for another. I disconnected. Walking out. Cousin Lily joined. I should have spoken up. Not your fight.
Outside.
Freedom washed. But sorrow lingered. Had I gone too far? In the SUV. I texted Catherine. Proceed. Her. How feel? Liberated. Yet heavy. Notifications buzzed. Posts spreading. By night. Scandal brewed. But alone. Emotions crashed. Relief.
Regret.
Was revenge worth the void? Legal wheels turned fast. Chase's flips unraveled. AG probe for fraud. Victoria's sponsors fled amid FTC scrutiny. Parents faced suit. Social shunning. 3 weeks later. Dad texted. Talk. Ignored. Mom emailed. Still love you. Marked spam. Victoria voicemail. Didn't know it hurt so bad. Saw the heart tugged. Sister bond flickered. But too late? The Eagle Ridge place listed. Chase and Victoria split, blaming each other. Parents dipped into savings for fees. Watching from afar. No glee, just pity's pang. My actions caused pain. Inner conflict raged. Justice or vengeance? As the lawsuits progressed, my mind became a battlefield of swirling emotions. Each court filing brought a rush of vindication, quickly soured by waves of guilt. I'd exposed them. Yes. But at what cost to my own soul?
Nights in my townhouse.
Staring at the ceiling, I replayed the housewarming, Mom's tears, Dad's defeat, Victoria's crumble. They deserved consequences. My rational side argued. But the humane part whispered, they're human. Flawed like you. The inner tug-of-war intensified, forgive or forget. Rocky Ridge thrived amid chaos. Flagship store opened in Boulder. Crowds drawn by my story leaking online. Self-made amid betrayal, headlines read. Interviews asked about family.